I'm talking about why you don't always want to throw full power into every single strike you throw when you start fighting. So let's get straight into it. So, the first reason, if I throw big power punches and I miss, I'm going to leave myself massively off balance and easy to land a counter strike on. Well, as well as that, onto the second reason, I not just leave myself massively open when I miss, I leave myself open when I'm throwing the strike, more often than not, because I'm trying to flour everything into it, but I'm more readable because I'm trying to throw everything into that strike. So, let's just say you're throwing strikes with power, as much power as possible, but you're sticking to the confined spaces of the technique. So you're throwing strikes with power, but your technique's not as precise, but you're trying to throw everything with full power still. So another reason is you're more likely to injure yourself, believe it or not. Now, depending on what combat sport you're doing and things like that, obviously if you're wearing gloves, slightly less. But if you're doing MMA or doing bare knuckle or anything like that, or even with boxing gloves on, loads of boxers still hurt their hand if they try and throw full power into every single shot. Sometimes it's best to just dial it down just a little bit and try and throw more like 60 to 80% power in every shot. Obviously, if you see your opponent injured, then you're obviously going to sort of let loose. And don't get me wrong, there are still fighters out there what just, no matter what, are going to throw with every single strike they can or try to with power. But I am giving you reasons and giving you things to think about why you might not want to and why it might not be best for you. That leads me on to the other reason, is gas tank. This one is probably one of the most obvious ones. When you start training, if you're hitting a bag and that, you'll soon find out how tiring it is. Well, it's just as bad in a fight. If you're trying to throw everything with full intention, like I said, even if you've got your technique right, you've got your accuracy right, so you're less likely to injure yourself, you've got everything right, but you're still throwing massive power into every single shot, then you're gonna end up gassing out if you're not careful. Yeah, again, this does kind of depend on what sort of fighter you are, but sometimes volume with less power can be more better than less volume and more power in some cases. So again, another thing to think about. But let's just say you've got your accuracy down with your power. You've got your balance down, so you're not leaving yourself vulnerable and you're not giving obvious signs you're setting up strikes. And you're being a bit more picky with your shots, so you're not going in there throwing too much volume, so you're not gassing out. I've got one more reason why you don't always want to throw power, and it could be a good technical advantage why not to throw power. If MMA is more your thing, or grappling is more your thing, these smarty dummies are the best grappling dummies out there on the market, and obviously you can still do your striking to get your power in with your striking and your ground and pound. I do have 5% off when you purchase one of these grappling dummies, so go check that out below or in the comment section. So the last reason why you might not always necessarily need full pelt power in every single strike is to set up that power strike by making them more comfortable with your strikes. If you're just pepper packing, yeah, if you're just lighting them up a little bit and you're not throwing full pelt power into every single shot, your opponent will get more comfortable with it. They will get a little bit more used to taking them shots and think, oh yeah, he got that much power. So you can, like I said, you can pepper him up a little bit, make him get a bit more confident. He will start throwing a lot more back with less worry about your power, and then, bam! bam, you can explode through with your big power shot and hopefully get the KO. If not, you might at least take them by surprise. So, mixing them all together, all the reasons why you don't always need power, I think really should make young fighters think about why you don't always need power. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're hitting a bag doing your workout to get your conditioning in, you might go bang, 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 and your coach might be screaming more power, more power. Now that's not a bad thing, that's good for your conditioning. But like I said, when you're fighting, just be wary of it. Don't be afraid to just throw out little feeler shots with not full power necessarily into everything to set up on the one you want for your power strike. I hope this has become helpful, give you something to think about. If you want some more tips, check out the videos over here.